Darling.
Excuse me, I wasn't recording.
Once upon a time, there were 3 children, Wendy, John, and Michael, who lived with their parents, Mr. and Mrs. Darling, and their dog Nana. The Darling family lived in London in a nice big house with a pretty backyard. Mr. and Mrs. Darling were planning to go to the theater. Mr. Darling was getting dressed and everything was going well until it came to his tie. I'm so thrilled we're going to the theater tonight! Wicker has such great reviews. I think I'll wear her new necklace. Doesn't it look darling good?
Oh, snap.
This tie will never tie. Who's been playing with it? How many times do I have to tell this children not to play with my things?
No one played with your tie, Father.
I'm your father, and when I say something, it's always right. Besides, children are not supposed to argue. When are you ever going to grow up?
Oh, you're a grouchy old man.
Boys!
John, I'm Peter Pan.
I don't know what to do.
You're supposed to say, I'm Peter Pan.
No, someone's broken Peter Pan. You want to stay? I forget what to say.
You were doing great.
No one's supposed to say that. He doesn't make.
Go.
I'm Peter Pan. You want to skate? I'm too fast. Don't ever catch me. Make a bet? Just watch.
Mr. Darling was much too practical to believe in fairies, gnomes, or even Peter Pan. Mrs. Darling had believed in Peter Pan as a child, but that was a long time ago, and she hardly remembered him now. After their parents left for the theater, Wendy told stories about Peter Pan to John and Michael.
Peter Pan is a little boy who decided he never wanted to grow up. He lives in a faraway place called Neverland, where it is full of fun and adventure. He lives with other little lost boys, and there are Indians and pirates, and there's a mean old Captain Hook.
As Wendy was telling the boys' story, Peter Pan appeared in the window with the little fairy Tinkerbell.
Hi, Peter Pan. We're glad to see you. You know what my father told us? He said he wanted us to be grown-ups.
But we won't be.
I don't know what to say. It's better to be children and to be able to play.
I won't grow up. I won't grow up. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. I just want to be a parent. Just want to be a parent. And beside a silly room. Beside a silly room. I won't grow up. I won't grow up. I don't want to go to school. I don't want to go to school. And just learn to be a parent. And just learn to be a parent. And beside a silly room. And beside a silly room. If growing up means it would be beneath my dignity to climb a tree, I'll never grow up, never grow up, never grow up. Not me. You said me.
Not me.
Not me.
I know a place where children never go. It's a lot of fun.
Really? I'd love to go. Where is that special place?
It's called Neverland. We'll take you there, and your brothers can come too.
How do we get there?
You fly.
We don't know, but we don't know how to fly.
Oh, it's easy. All you need is a pinch of pixie dust. Then out the window they flew, with Peter Pan and Tinkerbell leading the way. Wendy, John, and Michael were sailing through the night sky on their way to the island of Neverland.
Okay, let's take it as your
Well, action.
Look at me, way up high, suddenly here am I flying. I'm flying. Look at me, way up high, suddenly here am I
Neverland was a wonderful place, an island in a nameless sea. There were fairies in treetops, mermaids swimming in lagoons, and Indians in a village on the cliff. The tribe was led by a fearless chief who had a beautiful daughter named Tiger Lily. The Indians looked like they were having so much fun singing songs and playing tom-toms that Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, along with Wendy and Michael and John, decided to join in. They were all having so much fun, little did they know who was crouching behind the trees. It was the evil Captain Hook and his pirate helper Smee.
It's the Indian chief's daughter I want. Tiger Lily's her name. We should kidnap her and take her to Skull Island. Shmee, tie her up with a rope. Aye, Captain. I'll tie her up with a rope.
Suddenly the two pirates jumped out from the bushes. Quickly they tied up Tiger Lily and led her away. Peter Pan and his friends watched in disbelief as the pirates rode away with Tiger Lily.
My poor daughter, captured by evil pirates.
What got a plan? Maybe Peter Pan can help.
We know how to sword fight.
Yeah, we can beat old Captain Hook. I have a plan.
We can fly to Skull Island and surprise them.
Come on, let's go!
Meanwhile, Captain Hook and the pirate Smee continued to row towards Skull Island with Tiger Lily. But just then, Hook heard a disturbing sound. It was the sound of the clock ticking. Captain Hook knew that meant just one thing. A crocodile was lurking nearby. Years ago, the captain had been fighting with Peter Pan, and his hand had been cut off. The crocodile had greedily swallowed the hand. Later, he had also swallowed a clock, so Hook could always tell the crocodile was nearby when he heard the tick-tock sound of the clock.
Tick-tock, tick-tock.
Paddle faster, Shmee. Can't you hear that sound? What sound, Captain?
Tick-tock.
That ticking. It's the crocodile that ate my hand.
Tick-tock.
Okay, going as fast as I can, Captain.
As the pirates slowly piled across the sea, they were surprised by Peter Pan and his friends as they flew and descended on the boat.
Arr, prepare to meet your doom.
This is the end of your evil deeds, Captain Hook.
I'll make a deal with you. You walk the plank and become pirates, or walk the plank. Make your choice. Arr.
Maybe we'll become pirates.
The boys might have been tempted to become pirates, but Wendy had decided otherwise.
Shame on you! I'd rather die than become a pirate.
Then Wendy slowly began to walk towards the plank, bravely looking into the dark waters. Everyone was holding their breath. Then, just as Wendy Wendy was about to fall into the sea, Peter Pan surprised the pirates. Brandishing the sword, he found himself face to face with Captain Hook. The other pirates all drew back, forming a circle around the dueling pair. Both of them were brilliant swordsmen and parried grapplingly. Hook lunged forward, his sword aimed at Peter, but Peter was quicker. The captain lunged again, but this time he lost his footing. He slipped into and went flying into the air before splashing into the chilling waters below. Splash! Peter Pan quickly untied Tiger Lily and reunited her with her father. Father, reunited! Now Peter Pan was captain of the ship. Soon the boat became as light as a feather and was proudly sailing across the sky back to London. The ticking of the crocodile was nearby. He consumed Captain Hook. Captain Hook was no more.
The violent cuteness of the baby crocodile.
When Mr. and Mrs. Darling arrived home, they found their 3 children staring out the window.
Children, what are you looking at?
Peter Pan never let it go.
Yeah, a crocodile.
You must be having some kind of strange dream.
No.
Now, children, let's go to bed.
Good night.
Good night.
We had Michael as Noah, Wendy as Laura.
Michael is Noah.
We have Noah playing Michael. We have Laura playing Wendy. Mark playing Mr. Darling. Mary playing Mrs. Darling. Caleb playing John. Ben playing Peter Pan. Huck playing the Indian Chief. Cassie playing Tiger Lily. Grandma playing the other Indian. Paige as the narrator. Donovan as the crocodile. Jeffrey as Captain Hook. And Brian as Smee. Cherry wrote the script and was the pianist. And I was Tinkerbell and the narrator. Carl was the cameraman.
It's Sister Abuse.
That's what happens when you're a bad child.
Don't make a mess on the carpet.
Now, Carrie did a great job of that.
Oh, well,
Where's Carl? We have an anniversary.
wait, I don't send the card.
Today's my anniversary.
No, I didn't.
Other half.
Well, you
Anniversary or person?